3, 2, 1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Small Talk on the Mats. Today, I do have a very special guest, very well known and an incredibly talented dancer recognized around the world. His technique in poppin' and fluid movement is amazing, and I highly recommend you guys go to YouTube and check out his content after watching this podcast. I'll give you a little taste of his resume here. He has over 500 million views on YouTube. He was a finalist on World of Dance. He has emote dances featured on Fortnite. He's been featured on Taylor Swift's videos and performances, and he has multiple TV appearances in dance shows and various talk shows. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to introduce to you Poppin John. Welcome to the show, Poppin John.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming, and I really appreciate it, man.
My pleasure.
Cool. So we'll jump right into the questions. It's like I mentioned before, this is a Q&A format. So I just got a list of questions here, each categorized. I like to categorize questions. And then just as deep as you want, as elaborate as you want. This is all on you, okay, man?
Cool. Sounds good.
So first question, the category of origins and journey. Your first question is, when did you first fall in love with dance and what sparked it?
Oh, cool. All right. So I've been dancing since 1998. I started in middle school. Okay. So I went to a middle school called Tibbetts Junior High, and I didn't grow up dancing. You know, my family, like even family like get-togethers, there was no dancing. You know, there was no karaoke. It was like, it wasn't anti-music, but music wasn't a big thing in my growing up.
Gotcha.
So I got into middle school, and we have our first dance.
Okay.
And like all the guys are on one end and all the girls are on the other, and it's super awkward, and the DJ's playing music. And I'm like looking around like, dude, what are we supposed to do? And these two guys, a guy named Tony Montoya and Nathan June, they became friends of mine, but they jumped out and they started breaking. They started breakdancing in the middle of the circle, and everybody went crazy, and it just started the party. So they created a circle, and I was just like, that's what we're supposed to do. Okay, cool. So that night I went home and I laid a mirror down on the ground, and I learned how to do my first dance move, which is the worm. So
nice.
Kick your legs up and let your body follow. So I did the worm, and I taught myself how to do that move. So a month or two go by, and there's another school dance, and I'm like pumped. I'm like, I'm gonna do my move, you know?
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't even remember if I was nervous, but I just knew that I was gonna do the move, you know? So same scenario, all the girls are on one end, all the guys on the other, and same two guys jump out, they start breaking, and they start the party off. And they start the party off, and I jump out and I do the worm.
Yeah.
And they automatically like, oh, tight. Now there's three of us, you know? And so I started asking them questions like, yo, how did you learn how to do this? And the guy, Tony Montoya, he's like, my uncle taught me. And Nathan June, I don't remember who he said taught him, but they basically kind of started schooling me on some of the dance moves. And that sparked it. Like,
okay,
the energy from the audience and just the positive like reinforcement of doing those moves in public, like I was hooked right away.
Okay.
And then there was this like authentic like explosion of interest in breaking and popping in Farmington, New Mexico. So there was like probably 10 different crews, like 10, 12 kids.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we would all meet at the skating rink and battle each other.
Nice.
So the skating rink saw it as a business opportunity. They're like, okay, all these kids want to dance, so let's close the rink like an hour before or 2 hours before, and we'll let everybody dance, you know, on the weekends.
Okay.
And so it just became this like, it was almost like a reenactment of the 80s, you know, going to the skating rink and battling like actual dance crews. So it was a really, really fun time in my life. And I made tons of good friends. And the weird thing is that even as a youngster, I used to tell my friends like, bro, just wait, in like 10 years, we're going to be going to all these competitions. And I would just kind of like always be saying those things out loud, like speaking it into existence. So it's just kind of strange that's kind of how my makeup was even as a young kid.
Okay.
And I just believe that if we just stuck with it, we would be. There wasn't like super famous dancers at that time, so it was just kind of like to get the maximum street cred.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So that basically what started my journey. And then there's been like all these milestones, in that journey, but that was like the one that really sparked it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your middle school dance. That's cool, man. That's a good little nice story to your background of what you got going on. My next question to you is: was there a defining moment when you realized that dance could be your career? Like,
yes. So I was coming out of high school. I wrestled all the way through middle school and high school, and that was the only time I ever took any time off from dance. It was like 3 months of cutting weight and like full like 2-a-days and waking up early and all this different stuff. Like I didn't feel like I had time to go or energy to go and dance with my friends. So I would take about 3 months off the wrestling season, and I was coming out of high school, and it was either go to college, like wrestle in college, or pursue dance. Those were my only two like options in my mind. And I said, I want to dance, I want to like actually give it a real push. And by then I had
a video check real quick.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. Better check it than be sorry.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So by the time I was coming out of high school, I had already traveled a little bit, going to our first competition was, I think, a jam called Battle Lines.
Okay.
And then there was like floor projections. But I think Battle Lines was the first one that we traveled from Farmington to come out here, and we saw like famous b-boys and like an actual, top level competition.
Okay.
So coming out of high school, I started seeing some of those opportunities where I'm like, oh dude, I can be like somebody in the dance world. And I went for it, so when I talked to my parents about that, which they've always been super supportive, they've always kind of said like, we want you to do what you want to do. They didn't know what a dance career, what that even meant.
Right.
But they never really pushed college on me. So I kind of felt like they supported my decision to pursue dance and not go to school. And my dad took me to a website, internet marketing like guru conference in Phoenix. And I'm sure it was like a couple grand for both of us to go.
Oh, wow.
And they basically just teach you about internet marketing. And this is probably like 2003, 2004.
Okay.
And so my dad basically gave me the idea of teaching dance online through a subscription-based platform.
Oh, wow.
And at that time, that did not exist. Like it didn't exist. So coming from that conference, I basically started really developing a website. My website used to be called Learn to Bust with a number 2 in the middle. So learntobust.com was a subscription-based website. I would post 4 videos a month, and I think it was like $25 or $30 a month.
Okay.
And I had students from all over the world. It wasn't like I didn't make crazy money, but I made enough to pay bills. That became my job. I met my wife when I was 20 or 21 in 2005. And so I moved from Farmington to El Paso, Texas, because she lived in Juarez.
Yeah.
And when I was moving from Farmington to El Paso, I was working at Outback Steakhouse, and I transferred to the Outback in El Paso, and it wasn't as busy as the one in Farmington. So I used to make like pretty good money in Farmington at Outback.
Interesting.
And so I saw one of my friends, his name's Poppin Todd. I saw him street perform in Hollywood as a silver robot.
Oh yeah.
And I watched him make probably like $200 or something like that in one night, and I was like, dude, I think I could do that. So when I moved to El Paso, I worked at Outback for a few months, and I said, I'm gonna try this street performing thing. So the first time I ever street performed was actually here in Albuquerque.
Okay.
In Old Town.
Oh, sweet.
On the corner of Old Town. On the corner of Old Town, I painted myself all gray with just this like cheap makeup.
Yeah.
And I think I made like $30.
Okay.
And I walked away and I was like, oh dude, okay, I know how to do this. And then I think I was there for like an hour, and the police told me to leave, you know?
Yeah.
So, or security or whatever that was there.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to El Paso, I found a local mall, and I basically approached them. I said, hey, you know, I do this dance and I want to street perform inside the mall. And they said, well, we've never really done that before. If you give 10% of your tips to the Children's Miracle Network, we won't charge you for your spot.
Oh, wow.
All you have to do is have like this insurance, and then you can come whenever you want.
Yeah.
So I started doing that, and that was my moment where I said, okay, this is like the thing I could fall back on if my dreams fail.
Yeah.
You know, like some people say like, oh, I want to be a professional athlete, and they fall back on, you know, working in a restaurant or something because they didn't go to college, they didn't get a degree, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
So it kind of took all the fear out of it. It was like, dude, I can make ends meet by hitting the block and street performing. One, I'm perfecting my craft. Two, I'm making money, and is like, I can do this.
Yeah.
And because of street performing, my skill level like skyrocketed. You know what I'm saying? Like my technique went crazy, and I started to understand how to read an audience, like the type of moves that was going to get a crowd response out of different audiences.
Yeah.
So I started making about $500 a weekend.
Sheesh.
And it helped pay for my wedding. Like it was, I mean, street performing was the ultimate like cheat code to building skill and taking all the fear about taking that, you know, leap of faith into a career.
Yeah.
So, so that was like the threshold of, okay, I'm going to do this for a living.
Uh-huh.
And once I quit at Outback, I found out that I could make enough money street performing. I'm like, I'm chilling.
Nice, man.
Yeah. And then the sky's the limit. You know what I mean? So
that's pretty crazy, man. That's a good little story too, dude. So far, so good. My question number 3 to you is, who were your early inspirations, either on screen or in real life? Okay.
So for sure, the first 2 guys I saw do it live, Tony Montoya and Nathan June, those guys 100% inspired me to just like want to dance. As I started getting more educated within the dance styles, about 6 years into my dance journey,
mm-hmm.
I decided to only focus on popping.
Okay.
And so breaking is more acrobatic spins and flips and stuff.
Right. Popping's
more robotic.
Yeah.
Illusion based. So I got a VHS tape of a guy named Mr. Wiggles. Mr. Wiggles was a huge inspiration, I think, for everybody that's interested in popping. Mm-hmm. Mr. Wiggles, Boogaloo Shrimp.
Oh yeah.
Poppin Taco.
Mm.
Boogaloo Shrimp and Poppin Taco are both in the movies Breakin'.
Yeah.
Breakin' 1 and Breakin' 2. And then as I started getting more connected into the dance community, a guy named Boppin' Andre, he's schooled me over the years. And honestly, I've taken so much advice and so much like gems over the years from different OGs, the guys that really started the dance style, and the luxury that I've had over the years is that a lot of the OGs are still alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, in other dance styles like ballet or jazz, or like the OGs are
Yeah.
they're not around. They're not even close to being around. So like, we've had direct access to some of the guys that have created some of the moves.
Mm-hmm.
And that being said, I was never taught. You know what I'm saying? I would ask a lot of questions, and they would give me like a sentence. They give me some advice, and I would go away with this, thing to nerd out on.
Okay.
And I'd go back to Farmington or El Paso or wherever I was, and I would just like obsess over this little piece of advice.
Okay.
So those were some of the names that are like in the original generation of dancers. And then like some of the new generation dancers after those guys is like a guy named Salah. He's from France. He was a big inspiration of mine. A crew member of mine, his name's Poppin. I saw him do the robot, and that made me go home and want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so then I would just go home and I would like figure the stuff out on my own.
It's cool.
It took a really long time. I recommend that if you have time on your side, but if you don't, then having some guidance definitely, shortens that learning curve.
Yeah, that's impressive, man.
Yeah.
Like pretty much self-taught, huh?
Uh-huh.
That's impressive, man. Not a lot of people can say that either. Next category, and we only got one question in this one, but it's TV and music video appearances. What was your first big TV appearance, and how did that come about?
Oh, let's see. My first TV appearance was on So You Think You Can Dance.
Okay.
So a friend of mine, he has a crew called Control Freaks. His name's John Boogs, and I was kind of going out to LA and visiting him, and I would stay at his house, and we became really good friends, and we clicked really well, like as friends and also in the dance. Like we complemented each other's movement.
Okay.
And so they had an opportunity to go on So You Think You Can Dance, because one year they had a crew category.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of, just the individuals competing, they had this crew category. So I think they were trying to compete with America's Best Dance Crew.
Yeah.
And we went to New Orleans. They said, like, if you guys want to, be on TV, you have to go out to New Orleans. You have to fly yourself or drive or whatever. And we put a really dope routine together, and we competed against another group. I can't remember who they were or where they were from, but we ended up getting the votes to get to the next round.
Sweet.
And the next round, we were able to go like to a live shoot, so we were supposed to win, like, I think we were supposed to be competing for $100,000.
Wow.
And then like all of a sudden that like went out the window, and it was like, oh, you won a chance to showcase. And it was like, so anyway, we basically won our battle, and then we were able to showcase on national television, which was great.
Yeah, that's
So that was my first TV appearance. And then in 2013, I moved to Los Angeles.
Okay.
So me and my wife got married 2011. I was still in El Paso. I lived in Juarez for about a year. And then I did a 4-month contract in Denmark for like a theater show.
Okay.
And coming home with the funds that I made in Denmark, me and my wife moved to LA.
Okay.
So I moved to Los Angeles to pursue, the auditions and all that stuff. And my first booking, I booked Taylor Swift's Shake It Off.
Sweet.
So that was her transition from country music to pop. And it's massive. It's a really big music video. It's got, I think, billions of views.
Yeah.
And I went to like the open call audition, and I freestyled in front of the choreographers or directors or whatever, and they booked me and 3 other guys in the audition. And we had to create a routine, and basically we're all like in these silver outfits, and Taylor Swift comes in, and does a routine with us.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. And she was a nice girl. Really, really like surreal experience.
Yeah, sure.
And actually, when I auditioned, we didn't even know who we were auditioning for. It wasn't like audition for this Taylor Swift music video.
Oh, really?
It was like music video. You know, these are the record labels and blah blah blah. But they didn't say what artist.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't know what artist. I got booked. I didn't know the artist until the day that we were there to like do a dress rehearsal or something like that. We didn't even get to know. We're just like, who is this for? And then all of a sudden Taylor Swift walked in and we're like, oh, okay, it's Taylor Swift.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Because it was like, it was all about security.
Yeah.
They're like, because we don't want, oh, I'm going to this fitting and this is the location. And then all of a sudden that gets leaked. And then all of a sudden there's people on location.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And so, yeah, met her mom. They're really nice. And I thought that if you booked a music video that you made it. It's like, you're rich. You know what I mean? Like, it's like being in a movie. Yeah. You know, as a dancer, music videos are like, and especially me growing up, like in the 90s, you know, MTV and all that stuff. Like, if you were in a music video, you were famous.
Yeah. And
so I booked that, and I didn't even know how much I was going to get paid.
Okay.
You know, I got my check, and I think I made like $1,300. And at that time, my rent was $1,100.
Oh,
and I'm
wow.
like, okay, cool. I can book I can book a music video. I have to do 12 of those a year in order to pay my, you know, for my rent. So then I started going to like national commercial movie auditions and stuff like that. And those are the ones that are way, you know, big pays, especially commercials.
Okay.
So, yeah, those are my like TV appearances. And then my biggest TV appearances were World of Dance. The reason I put that in like the highlight is it was me by myself in the competition, all of my choreography, and I did super good in the show. Yeah. So I went all the way to the divisional finals, and I didn't get to the finals by like 0.3 of a vote, you know, of a score.
Yeah.
And so it kind of put me on the map more in the United States, because popping is so popular in other countries that a lot of my career has been like traveling all over the world. And being on TV in the States kind of put me on the map, you know, in America. So after I went on television there, I had a full year of just like nonstop booking all over the States.
Sweet.
So and then from World of Dance, I was able to get featured on Ellen. I went on the Ellen show. Surreal. I mean, it's just like those doors opening up and being like, oh, dude, I'm dancing on Ellen. You know, it's like, it's crazy. Yeah. And I'm from Farmington. You know what I'm saying? Like, so every single time I still experience some of this stuff, every single time I do, it's like, it's surreal to me. I'm like so pumped about it. I'm lucky enough to like keep a good head on my shoulders and stay humble and stay a student. Like I really love the dance style that I do. And so when I get to share like in other countries or on TV or big opportunities, it's like it's just a cherry on top. It's
That's
like, dude,
amazing.
This is tight. You know?
That's amazing, man.
I'm in China and I'm doing the robot. You know what I mean? Like it's trippy.
That's amazing, man. That's such a good story.
But television has been really cool. I mean, I've really enjoyed most of my TV appearances.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, especially on big stages like that, man. That's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a big thing to stay humble, man. Like you said, dude, for the things that you've been doing. Man,
yeah, I've seen people, you know, they start riding a wave and then they're like, oh, I'm important now, and it's kind of like, oh man, it's like a bad look, you know. Yeah. But you know, my family and my friends and everybody keeps me humble. You know, I know that I'm good. I know that I've worked really hard, and I know that I can still do, you know, big opportunities, but yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of in my DNA, I guess.
Man. Yeah. That's good, man. Hard work. Look where it's got you, man. All right, cool. My next two questions are on Fortnite and digital fame, man.
Tight.
So, how did your dances make it into Fortnite, and what was that process like?
Okay. So, I don't think I've ever told this before in this, like, in the entirety of it. So, one of my friends, his name's Tim. He goes by Random Rock.
Okay.
Tim asked me to upload a video on my YouTube channel because my channel was pretty popular.
Yeah.
It's pretty popular. So he knew that the video was good and he asked me to upload it. So I threw it on my channel, and to this date, that is the most viral video on my channel, is my friend dancing.
Okay.
So it was like a total ego check. You know, this is my channel. This is all Poppin' John. And the one video that's from somebody else by himself on stage is like, 20 million views viral.
Yeah.
And so he went on Ellen because of that video. And yeah, like I said, a total ego check. I'm like, yo, man, like how,
Yeah.
And to this date, like sometimes I'll get booked and the company will take like a compilation of my most viral videos, and my compilation will be like my video, and my homie, and then because they don't know it's not me.
Yeah.
So from that video, I think I got on Fortnite's radar.
Okay.
So they reached out to me. I have my booking info on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
They reached out to me. They said, hey, we really like this video. We want you to come and do some motion capture to put your dances in Fortnite.
Okay.
And at that time, I have an agent, and he's like negotiating with them. And then I saw the email, and I saw that it was my friend dancing. And I said, yo, dude, like, I don't want to miss the opportunity because I know I can accommodate. I can, create some really, fun things for the video game. But at the same time, I don't want to book that based on my friend's video and not, bring them along.
Right.
So we pitched to them that both of us were going to come, and they were cool about it.
That's
so
good.
we come in, and they put on these suits, the motion capture suits with all the, dots and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was so cool. Like, we flew out to South Carolina or North Carolina, I can't remember which one, where the Fortnite facility is. Like, I saw this glass wall where all of the computers and servers and stuff that
that's cool,
that are making the game live. Tons of security, like really cool place.
Yeah.
And then we did this motion capture, and in real time I was able to pick whatever character I wanted. I don't play much video games, but I know that you can pick, like, you can buy a character that's only available for purchase for a specific time period or whatever.
Yeah.
Or a season, and they had every character that's ever existed. And so I'm able to pick my character, and in real time I can see my moves on the screen as that character. So I can see what's translating or not.
It's cool, man.
And I came in and I captured 40 dances.
Damn.
So I captured 40 dances. I had them like choreographed, I had them prepared. And from that shoot, they posted 4 of them.
Okay.
And so it was super. It's like the ultimate flex in the dance world. Like, oh, my dances are on Fortnite.
Yeah.
Because before Fortnite was getting into all these like lawsuits, and people were suing them because they were going online and just stealing trending dances
moves and stuff. Yeah.
So then they started reaching out to dancers. Okay, we want people to come in, and me and my friend were the first ones to ever like do that motion capture from getting seen from a video. So instead of them taking the video and being like, oh, we're going to use this, they reached out to us, they booked us.
They did it the right way.
And to be honest, today I just I don't know if I can say that. I'm going to have another one.
Okay.
I'm going to have another one. So like the deal seems like it's done, but they're basically licensing a video that me and another friend of mine did to be in one of their seasons. I don't know when it'll be used, but I'm still working with Fortnite, which is really cool because we developed a relationship, and for my nieces and nephews, like their friends at school are like, yo, dude, his uncle's on Fortnite,
Yeah.
And so like, I don't even think some of those kids know I'm like a world known professional dancer. They're like, that's the Fortnite guy, you know what I mean? So it's just trippy, like the different generations of what's cool and not, you know what I mean? Like, if I say like, oh, I've been on TV in like all these different countries and I, danced with these artists, they're like, you're on Fortnite, bro. I don't care with any of that stuff. So
Yeah.
it's funny. Yeah, it's a cool flex. And then they'll be playing the game and they're like, oh, that's my uncle's dance. And they're like, shut up, fool. You don't have to lie to kick it. Like, like who says that?
Yeah, like, let me get him on the phone real quick. Yeah. That's so cool, man. Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely cool. And the most recent one that they released, they did like a collaborative post with us. So me and my friend are doing the dance, and then the two characters are on the side of us.
Yeah.
And we did like a collaborative post with their social media. So it was really cool that they like not just used the dance moves, but they shouted us out.
That's pretty awesome, man. That, like you said, it's a flex, dude.
Yeah, it's total flex.
It's bragging rights for sure, man. My next question for this, it kind of coincides with this, but what is it like seeing millions of people, like especially gamers, using your moves now?
It's kind of fun. I mean, it's weird. It's weird because there's like, for a lot of the gamers, there's no context. They don't know who I am. They don't know what dance style that those moves are. It's just kind of like it's like a meme. You know what I mean? It's just like some way to talk trash on the video game.
Yeah.
But it's cool, man. It's really cool to see where I've come from and all of the hard work that I put in, and some of the things that have happened because of that.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I mean, I really enjoy it. I enjoy when people recognize me on the street, like, oh, I watch your videos and I saw you on TV and stuff like that. There's some people that they don't want to be really bothered.
Yeah.
But I'm totally pumped when people recognize me.
Okay.
I don't expect to get recognized everywhere, but when I do, I'll stop and take pictures, and it's a really enjoyable experience for me.
For sure, man.
So, and when people go out of their way to give me props on my dance, it's like, dude, how can you not be nice and be down to take a picture or whatever?
That's super awesome, man.
The downside is when like up and coming dancers want to battle you.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, Poppin John, dude, I've been watching you for years. Like, let's battle. Here's hold my camera.
Yeah, they want some clickbait.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, dude. No, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down for a competition at all times. You got to stay prepared because it is a battle art form. You know? So this like competition is ingrained in the dance, but there's also there's like unspoken rules in the dance. Anybody can call you out. It is a rule, but there's just sometimes a way to go about it. And then there's like, it's easy to see somebody's motivation is like, oh, I want to smoke this guy on camera and put it online.
Yeah.
And to me, that's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like shallow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
But the young mind, when they're trying to like climb up that ladder, I get it. It's like, dude, if I see anybody famous, I'm calling them out, so I get it.
Yeah. It's kind of similar to like if John Jones, whichever gym he's going to go to, everybody's going to be like, oh, film me real quick. I'm going to spar with him. It's kind of like that same deal, but in the dance world. I get you, man. It could be frustrating for sure. My next question is on viral success in social media. So your videos have racked up millions of views. Was there one that shocked you with how viral it went besides the one you just mentioned of your friend dancing?
Yes. So one of the things over the years is I was really picky on what I was going to upload. I feel like, even this new generation of kids that are on social media, they're like really picky on what they upload. They don't want to look, needy or cringy or whatever it is. And I was really selective on if I saw a video and I'm like, it could be better. A lot of times I'd keep it on private.
Okay.
So I had a student, and he was from Brazil. His last name's Walker. And he basically reached out to me. He's like, I want you to teach me. And then at the end of our like 5 days of training, I want to film a dance video with you, doing some of the stuff that I learned. And I'm like, dude, that's perfect. I gave him a rate, and we filmed it. It's to like a dubstep remix of a Michael Jackson song. And I've never been like a Michael Jackson fan. It's like I don't know. I just was never a Michael Jackson fan.
Okay.
He didn't make me want to dance. I didn't see him as like, you know, how other people see him.
Okay.
So, the music was good, but I never was like, it never resonated with me. So this guy wanted to dance to a Michael Jackson thing. And I was like, okay, I'm down, dude. So we film it. And I said, if I like it, I'll upload it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't promise him anything. So we filmed it and he uploaded it and he kept hitting me up. Hey man, when are you going to upload it? Do you like it? Da-da-da-da. And I watched it and I'm like, it's kind of corny, you know? And I don't know what came over me. I was like, whatever, dude. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, just upload it. So I upload it and it goes viral on his channel and my channel. Like both videos went viral. And like, I mean, 10 million, 15 million views.
Wow.
And there's some people that saw that video and started dancing because they saw that video.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So like now that was more like in the YouTube era. You know, we're still in the YouTube era, but like the long form videos.
Yeah.
So now that we're in the short form video era, I had to get really comfortable just uploading and not caring. Like, I make sure that it looks good. I make sure that I like it, but I'm not as picky as I used to be. It's more like quantity plus quality, not like quality 100% and then like the quantity is not a big deal.
Yeah.
So now it's like quantity and quality. So I just stopped really getting emotional over it. It's like you never know which one's gonna go. A lot of times the one that you don't think is very good, that one is usually the one that goes.
Okay.
You know, so I had to learn that. It's like the videos that I would bet money on that would go viral, they didn't go.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? So, and then that makes you think like, dude, am I completely disconnected from like what people want to see, or is it just it's a gamble? It's like every time you roll it, boom. It's like a really good analogy that somebody told me is social media is like moving to a new neighborhood and you have a trampoline in your backyard. And the more you jump on that trampoline, every time you're up in the air, there's a chance that one of the neighborhood kids will see you in the air.
Oh, okay.
And then the kids will be like, oh, they have a trampoline. And then all of a sudden you have, 15 kids in the backyard and you got 15 new friends. So it's like every time you jump is an opportunity. Every time you post, every little thing, it's like post it.
Yeah.
And I've noticed the new generation of dancers and social media people, it's like, don't be just consistency. It's like, be consistent. Just post it.
Yeah.
Post it.
Okay.
Film it, post it. Film it, post it. Edit it, post it. And then like go on to the next one.
Yeah.
And don't get emotional about it. You know what I mean? Like you can put your blood, sweat, and tears into something and it might not do good, but then you move on to the next one. You learn how to do this. You learn, it's like you just got to keep it moving. So I've gotten really good at just being like, got a video, post it. Post
Gotcha.
it. It's like, and so now it's like I went probably from 0 to 200 videos on my YouTube channel. And then like the last 5 years, I added like 300 videos.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's short form and all that stuff. So it's like I've had to ramp up my production rate,
Gotcha.
just for, the new way of consuming content. Because back in the day, it was like you watched a 5-minute video.
Yeah.
Or 10-minute video. And now it's swipe, 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 swipe. Like that person just watched 7 videos in like 7 seconds. You know what I mean? So it's pretty trippy. Just trying to like change with the times and stay relevant. So it's a job for sure.
Gotcha.
Social media. Yeah.
Interesting, man. Okay. Very interesting. How do you deal with the pressure of constantly creating content for a huge audience?
I don't feel the pressure.
Okay.
Yeah. So the pressure that I feel is I know that if I don't post, like 3 months down the line, I'm going to feel the consequences of not posting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and the vice versa of that, if I post like every day for 6 months, I will benefit in the future from those 6 months of posting.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like anytime I get burnt out or whatever, I can take a break, and I don't feel weird about it, but I don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll get burnt out, and then I won't, maybe post like once a week or something, and then I'll ramp back up to posting every day.
Okay.
I have a 4-year-old son, so anytime I'm burnt out or whatever, it's easy to get distracted from the social media world.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in daddy mode.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
And my son is nonstop, full of energy. Yeah. It's like we do something and we're on the ride home. He's like, "What are we gonna do, Dad?" He's like, "We just did it." So it's like that. Okay. So being able to that's probably the biggest challenge. I don't feel like a pressure, but the biggest challenge is to balance me working from home and having my son have full access to me and my wife. Yeah. So it's like he's had to learn that there's times where he's not accessible. He's in the office and he's working on his computer, and in a couple hours he'll be done. Yeah. So the balance of those two things has been pretty tricky. Okay. Yeah, for sure. And then there's been seasons where I'm like, dude, I haven't done anything in 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Like a little drought. I've just been in daddy mode. Yeah. And then 7-8 p.m. comes around and I'm dead. Yeah. So and now that he's 4 and he's sleeping better and all that stuff, I feel like I have a little bit more freedom to focus on work and stuff. So but that's the pressure is only just knowing that there'll be a downside of taking time off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But pressure, I don't feel pressure. It's like there's seasons to it all. Get burnt out, find a new project, find a new theme, a new project, and it's just go for it. There's going to be another season. There's going to be another chapter. I have a pretty positive outlook on it all. You know what I mean? Like, that's good. There'll be those doubts that kind of creep in where I haven't gotten booked in a long time or whatever. I'm like, oh, was that it? Was that my ride? Yeah. And then I'm like, no, dude, you just got to keep rocking. And then there's hustling. A new season. It's like, so yeah, just I don't know, just keep going. Consistency's the ultimate key. Gotcha, man. Yeah, for sure it is. Man, that's cool, man. That you're very consistent, man. That's good. Yeah. Next one is choreography and creativity. 2 questions on this section. So walk us through your creative process and how do you come up with your routines? Dope. So I would say my skill is freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like you play a song, I'll dance to it, and I have access to all this vocabulary that can translate that music in that moment. Okay. When it comes to TV appearances, like for an example, World of Dance, I had to do 90 seconds of choreography. I mean, I had to do the same choreography every time because all the camera and it's like I couldn't freestyle. And creating choreography, I'll start with freestyle. I'll listen to the song. First, I listen to the song. I know the song. I know everything, the ins and outs, all the beats, and I'll just start to kind of touch those beats. And through my freestyle, I'm filming my freestyle the whole time. I'll start to zero in on things that I really like. Okay. And things that flow in and out of each other, So when I'm choreographing for myself, I that's my process. I freestyle, I start to figure out what moves I really like, what really kind of translates the song. And when I'm collaborating with somebody and we're choreographing, I go for 15 seconds. 15 seconds a session. If we can get 15 seconds of choreography in a session, then I'm happy. Okay. And then I'm a drill freak. If I have a choreography down, I will rehearse to where it's like second nature. It's in my muscle memory. Then I can perform it. But the hard part for me and the type of dancer I am is when I go to an audition and they want you to learn a choreography in 15 minutes. Oh, wow. And it's like, pick it up. Yeah. They want to see how you can pick up choreography fast. I bomb those auditions. Okay. And I don't like to claim stuff, But those ones are super challenging for me to pick up somebody else's movement like on the spot with no letting it like digest. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
like,
sure.
But I can learn other people's choreography, but it just takes me some time to download it.
Yeah.
You know? And then once I have it, my technique is so high that sometimes I'm doing it better than most of the people on stage, but it takes me a lot longer to learn it.
Okay.
You know? But being creative in popping, that's what like pulled me into popping so much, is that it's it's like a combination of like magic has illusion.
Yeah.
It's street, it's kind of gangster. It's masculine, like all of those things kind of attracted me to it. And there's a competition aspect to it. Like in a cypher, where a cypher is a circle of dancers and everybody's going in one after another.
Yeah.
That is like the ultimate test of your skills. You know, like you're not battling, but you're like getting your credit from the dancers around, and you're having to do it in that moment. And as the level of the cypher goes up, like you can see people like pull back, like, ooh, okay. Maybe that's not my, yeah. I just want to go in the fun cypher over here. And then it can get really serious. Like people are actually showcasing like top level stuff. And I love that environment so much. So the thing that pulled me to those are the things that pulled me to popping. And when it comes to being creative within that, there's so much vocabulary. There's so many techniques and like concepts that you can storytell. You can play with a concept and stretch it. And when I'm in that mode, I feel like a little kid. I feel like an 8-year-old like play fighting.
Okay.
You know, like, oh, I got a Chinese star. Oh, you know, like doing all that type of stuff. It makes me think like a kid, you know, like because in popping, I can like create an imaginary energy ball, for an example. Mm-hmm. And I can manipulate that energy ball, and it can go through my body and then be in my hand again. And I feel like I can do things that are not possible, like not physically possible. You know, I can open up my head and put that energy ball in my brain, close my head, and it turns me into a different character. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like it's visualizing some of those characters or concepts help my body translate it. So being creative takes like a headspace where you can click into like a flow state of ideas. But once you're there, it's like you're a kid in a playground. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel. So it's kind of easy to be creative. Okay. And yeah, I'm a nerd, bro. I'm a nerd on the dance style. Like I love it, and it's like a part of who I am. So anytime I get to do it or talk about it or teach it, I'm usually pretty jazzed about it. You know? Yeah.
For sure, man. That's pretty cool. That's an interesting way to look at it. Like I've never heard of it explained like that before. So that's pretty cool, man. My next question to you: do you ever? Well, you kind of answered this, so I'll kind of skip that one because you mentioned like burnouts and stuff like that. So you already answered that question. You jumped ahead. Okay, my last two questions for you, man, on future and advice. What's next for you? Any projects that we should be looking out for? Any of your followers should be looking out for?
Cool. So, since COVID, my career totally changed. Like the year before COVID, it was like after World of Dance. So I was nonstop booked. I was traveling all over the planet. I was doing like big commercials. My agent was super busy booking me on stuff. And COVID came, like everybody, we all lost our jobs, you know? And like gig workers, we just got, it was over. Live performances. So like I had to really focus in on social media. Yeah. So I've been teaching popping since 2007 when I launched my first website. Yeah. And it's going to be we're almost on 20 years of teaching.
That's amazing.
And I would say I'm this level of dancer, and I'm like this or this of teaching, of a teacher. You know, it's like I can really break this stuff down. Every time I teach, I have people tell me just like, dude, I never I never understood any of this stuff, and like I can't do it with my physical body yet, but I feel like I know how to do it now.
Yeah.
You know, just from the information. So I break this stuff down really, really well, and I've focused in on education. So I teach on my website. I have like tutorial bundles if somebody wants to just watch it on their own time. I have a group training program. It's an 8-week program. We do different subjects each time I release a season. And that's more hands-on, where they get access to, we do live sessions on Saturdays. They get a tutorial the first of the week. We're connected through like a private Facebook group, and then we do Zoom sessions on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have private coaching, where people that are really, really serious about learning, I'll do private coaching. So since COVID, that's been my main gig. I mean, I do other stuff. I get booked. I do tours and things like that. But it's basically been posting on social media, and I make money on YouTube and things like that. But teaching has been like one of my main sources of income since COVID.
Okay.
And my hopes for my career is to get plucked up by somebody to choreograph or artistic direct for stage shows.
Okay.
So that's such a hard position to get into without having credentials in doing that.
Okay.
You know, it's like you have to have an ID to get an ID type of situation.
Yeah.
So the only way you can get that type of gig is if somebody picks you.
Okay.
And I've had a couple of opportunities where the gig fell through, where a project was greenlit and then all of a sudden funding disappeared and things like that. So like, and a lot of those bigger opportunities are slow moving. It's like 2, 3, 4, 5 years have gone by with, certain things, and then it kind of fizzles out. And it's like, dang.
Okay.
So the hope for my career is to get into more of those upper tier positions, where I can put my ideas and choreography on other bodies.
Okay.
And the creative process of bringing a vision to reality.
Gotcha.
It's so much fun for me, and I'm really good at it, and I would love to do that. Okay. So that's what that's what my hope is for my career. And the things that I have coming up this year, like honestly, these last couple years have been a grind. Okay. You know what I mean? So my advice for people, I don't know, in any industry, is you have to make your opportunities. Like my job right now, teaching, like that's all been because I zeroed in on it and I created that opportunity for myself. Obviously I have a skill and I'm bringing it to people, but I had to make a website. I had to, make it to where I could accept payments. I had to, learn how to use Zoom. I had to like do all of these things in order to bring people that product. Yeah. So I don't just sit back and wait for like somebody, like opportunity to knock. Right. I'm always knocking doors. Right. This Fortnite thing, I hadn't worked for them. I hadn't worked with them in a couple of years. I shot the lady an email, my contact at Fortnite, and she put me in contact with the lady that's in her position now. And from that email, I'm getting another dance in Fortnite. You know what I mean? It wasn't like they saw the video, so I'm knocking on doors all the time. So, that's my short-term future. Okay. Is education, which I'm doing really good with teaching. I'm doing my 3rd season of my group training. It's called the Movement Blueprint, and I'm doing like deep dives into specific subjects. Sweet. And it's really fun. I love sharing with people. I'm super passionate about teaching, and I love seeing my students level up each week. It's like that's super cool. Very rewarding. Yeah. And that's basically where I'm at, and I'm gonna continue my dance videos. I just started working with a company called Wake Sports.
Okay.
So since I've been on the internet, social media for so long, I know it. I know how it works. I know how marketing works. I've learned a lot about social media marketing, influencer marketing, affiliate marketing, and I'm working with a water sports company.
Okay.
And they make e-foils. An e-foil is like kind of like an electric wakeboard. It's got fins on the bottom, and they're so cool.
Okay.
And they basically hired me to promote it at first, and now they really want me to help them with their social media and do some marketing for them.
Oh, nice.
So I'm working with them, and they like do kayaks and they do all this stuff because I grew up like going to, there's a lake over by Farmington called Navajo Lake.
Yeah.
I grew up doing, wakeboarding and all that stuff. So like the water sports stuff, I totally like it, and it's so much fun. So that's brand new. Like that's a new venture that I'm doing.
Okay.
Which I'm really excited about, and I'm bringing skills that I've learned in my dance career to that company, and it looks like it's a good fit. Their products are super dope and a lot of fun to use. So
Sweet.
I'm excited about that. And yeah, man, I'm just gonna keep staying on the grind. I have some big competitions coming up. There's a competition in November called Freestyle Session, and it's probably like one of the biggest in the world. They have a 2-on-2 Poppin category, and me and a crew member of mine, Rampage, we're gonna enter the 2-on-2.
Sweet.
So we're gonna be super prepared. We need routines and battle routines, and yeah, I'm just staying sharp. And I'm 40. I'm gonna be 41 in August.
Yeah.
So the cool thing is that I feel better at popping today than I ever have.
Okay.
In my 30s and my 20s when I was in a younger body. And that comes with the seasoning, the seasoning of time and performance. And I understand what translates. I understand how much energy I need to use on things to get to the product that I want.
Yeah.
And it's just the knowledge within the dance and doing it for so long. I'm better now than I've ever been.
That's good, man.
So it feels good.
Good,
The first 2 years of my son's life, I got kind of chubby and I was like in daddy mode, and
yeah.
I didn't feel good about my dance at all. I had to do like some videos, and I would watch the videos and I'm like, oh dude, that's not. So I would say about a year ago, I said, I'm going to take 3 months. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to train for a competition, the same one, Freestyle Session.
Yeah.
And I dropped like 20 pounds, and yeah, I've kept it off and stayed sharp, over this year.
Good.
So I'm going to just kind of stay on that track.
Good, man.
Yeah, man, it's been a journey. It's been really, really cool.
It sounds like it.
This year I did a 3-week tour in Europe. I got to bring my family with me. We went to France, Germany, Switzerland, Belgium.
Sweet.
And it's just surreal, dude. Like I'm seeing dancers that have been dancing 15 years, and they're like, your video made me want to dance.
Yeah, that's
why I'm
crazy.
here. And these like, high level dancers.
That's so cool.
It's
man.
It's humbling. It's like surreal. It's a little awkward because I don't like one, I don't want people to think I'm full of myself or like I'm feeling myself. And 2, it's just trippy to get like those sentences. You know what I mean? Just like high level dancers telling me like, dude, you made me want to dance. Like, thank you for uploading that video. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, dude, cool, man. Like, let's jam.
Yeah,
like
that's an
I
amazing
kind of want to
feeling.
go on to the next subject, but
Yeah.
at the same time, deep down, it's like, it feels really, really cool. Like, dude, that's dope. That's, to inspire other people to want to do something is it's a blessing.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
Well, you answered my other question that I was going to ask you. You have a knack for answering
sorry.
questions. No, it's cool, man. That's totally cool. So yeah, that was my last question to you. I'm going to open it up to you, man. If you want to throw any plugs in, if you want to shout out anybody, if you want to mention anything we didn't talk about, just
sure.
Go for it.
You guys can find me on all social media, Poppin John SBK, at Poppin John SBK. My website is poppinjohn.com, poppinjohn.com. And I teach, follow me on social media, hit me up, shoot me a DM. I answer most of my DMs, the ones that aren't like, hey, but if you have a question or, I love engaging with people that are on those platforms and are interested in dance. The advice that I have for anybody that's pursuing a craft, there's no finish line, right? There's once I got 1 million subscribers on my YouTube channel, I wasn't like, okay, I made it. You know what I mean? There's no finish line. You can make goals for yourself, but the moment you get to that goal, you're like, now what? Now what am I going to do? So enjoy. I know it's like cliche to say, but really enjoy the journey. Try to be present, and work hard. I've worked really, really hard to get this good at dance, and I've drilled. I've repeated moves over and over and over and over. They're like embedded in me. And so it's taken so many years to get good at a lot of this stuff. Mm-hmm. And consistency is the number one key. I say it all the time, like repetition is the key. Consistency is the key. If you just keep going, if you have a crappy workout or a crappy practice, it's like you need to do 5 crappy practices and then all of a sudden you'll have your best practice ever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so it's almost like those bad days equal into your best day. For sure. Just push through it. There's seasons, there's chapters. And if you find a passion for something, you have the cheat code. Like I never went to practice and thought, oh man, I got to practice today. Mm-hmm. Not once. Good. You know what I'm saying? So if you can find that thing, which a lot of people don't ever find it. So if you are passionate about something, like go for it. Don't listen to everybody around you, the naysayers and things like that. Like if you found the thing that makes you happy and you found the thing that you like crazy about and you can talk about it all day long and you can do it all day long, like figure out a way to do that as much as possible. And that's why I chose dance as a career. Was I wanted to figure out a way to make money through dance so I could do it as much as possible. Nice. Yeah. Find the passion. That's the cheat code. Then all the work is easy. It's fun. You're playing. You're having a good time. But that being said, there's ups and downs. You know what I mean? So you just got to push through them. And the part of my career that's tough is not having the security of a paycheck. You know what I mean? Like there's no security. So I've had to, sometimes I've had to like just scratch the walls to get an opportunity, but I've learned so much in those moments. So it's kind of like you got to just enjoy it and stay present and know that stuff's gonna work out in your favor, and if it doesn't, you're gonna learn lessons from it. So cool, dude. So much love, bro. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Of course, dude. And appreciate it's a pleasure to talk about this stuff. And I hope to see you soon. Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah. So I'll throw your tags on the description below, man. Cool. You know all about all that stuff. Yeah, so you guys heard it from the man himself, man. And thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Small Talk on the Mats. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you guys next time. Until later. Peace.